Vic Webb. I had the pleasure of working with the group on discussing events and programs. So what we did was we pretty much used every one of the sticky notes that you guys put up there. And we ran down, the vision, the steps, the time frame, and stakeholders for about 6 of them, so just bear with me. So the first one, and this kind of applies to not just this specific event, but it's the Juneteenth celebration, but cultural events throughout the city. We think that it's important when you have cultural events, that there's enough communication, there needs to be support through public relations, promotion throughout churches, engaged in schools, and promote it vigorously, either through the mayor's newsletter, through promoting at the senior center where this particular event will actually be held next June. And we think that the time frame for any success in planning these events should be about 6 months to a year. You need to start planning your events very early and not last minute, and reach out to partners and different stakeholders. In this case, it would be the community at large, specific residents, municipal government, anyone that can help get the word out. And success for this particular event, the Juneteenth, or like I said, any of the multicultural events going on in the city, we would look for full community participation. Not just that one culture participating, but many cultures. Secondly, we had, it looks like a Latino Fest, different ethnic cultural events like the flag raisings. Potential idea was a Memorial Day parade, really just encompassing a lot of different ideas that different groups had and putting all our energy behind supporting that. We thought one way to really streamline that would be to create a monthly calendar, something similar to what was on PCTV over the years where things flashed, but more inclusive monthly calendar that can be used by many different groups and shared in many different venues. So we looked at that taking place over 6 months to a year time. Once again, community residents, municipal government, private organizations, churches, these particular organizations who want to submit information to us are the stakeholders. And then what you would get would be diverse involvement and positive community image overall. You'd have successful promotion of a calendar of events, and that way there'd be a way to really support so many things that go on in the winter, fall, summer months. A lot of times people hear about things after they've taken place, and a common theme has been that we wish we heard about it earlier. All right. One great idea was during African American History Month, a library reading, and basically a day of reading, public reading, where people can come out and enjoy books and really just focus on books and really promote literacy throughout the community. We thought that the steps to really making that happen would be better communication, public relations, engaging the schools, getting in early and promoting it with the school to maybe have the teachers help select books for the children that they can prepare to plan and read for this event. We think that since it's going to take place in February, 3 to 4 months would be a great time frame. Some of the stakeholders would be the schools, the library, the Plainfield Public Library after school programs, the community overall, and churches. And the successful event would look like increased participation. We threw out a number of 100 people, but 25 to 30 participants would be great. This is something that could last and become a legacy event in the community, and it supports literacy, and we think that's important for everyone. There's a lecture series. The idea of a lecture series came up, and Frontiers International is one organization that does one annually, and they start in the winter, and they go throughout the summer and into the fall. And we thought that the best way to encourage participation would be to go a little younger, promote this in the middle school and in the high schools. You can have different themes. You would have this publicized on PCTV, the email blast, put this on the same theme as the community calendar, and in about 6 months to a year, you would have more engagement through community residents and the community overall. What would this event look like if it was successful? Greater participation, increased attendance. The idea of an arts building came up, but we know that kind of related to a different topic, so we brainstormed a little bit, but I won't go into that. I think we're going to touch on that. And finally, but once again, it was the idea of the shared community calendar. with more participation from different groups, submitting information, having a non-political approach to sharing information and engaging the community, we think this could really take off in about 3 to 6 months. We talked about even having it kicked off for the new year, and I think the stakeholders would be municipal partners, of course the community, maybe even some corporate sponsors, but just the grassroots community. The everyday Plainfield person can go into one central area or multiple areas that share a community calendar and hear about so many different things and really just engage each other. And success will look like increased participation in a multitude of events, but just people getting to know each other and spending time and building fellowship in Plainfield. Thank you.